Hey guys. So I did not put up an announcement for this. I'm just honestly diving in to do some clarifications, honestly. So I am Psychic Ma'at. As you guys should know, this is Dream Talk. This will be posted on my YouTube page for those who miss it. It will be here for those of you guys to catch up and rewatch it whenever you guys are interested. I'm gonna give it a couple of more seconds to allow a couple more people to come inside, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. I do want to say Grand Rising to those who are already here. Grand Rising, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, guys. Welcome. Come on inside. Grand Rising. So the sun is out. I'm actually very, very grateful for that. We're always glad I didn't miss it. Yeah, no, we're just getting started. I'm letting a couple more people come inside. So we're gonna do dream talk. Oh, and I'm not dressed, you guys. This is me fresh in the sunrise. Like I didn't plan on getting dressed. I'm not even supposed to be on here, but I did not want to get dressed today. I'm like, I'm finna just hop on just like myself. This is me in the sunrise. So excuse me. But enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and get started, you guys. So we're going to discuss the dreams that I had last night, which was pretty interesting. I think they were interesting. And then we're just going to go over a couple of flashbacks. So, the dream that I had last night, you guys, I was in a meeting, or like I would say, like a seminar. It was like a seminar or like a class, and it was Professor Kaba and Shirazda Ali were the teachers of this class. They teach in the spirit room. Like, I find it so interesting because it's teachers that are on the physical plane teach in the spirit realm too. So I find it interesting how I go to their spiritual seminars, and I wonder if they know that they're hosting these spiritual seminars in the spirit realm when they go to sleep or when they rest at nighttime. They're still teaching on the other side, you guys. And I went into the class. It was maybe about 6 or 7 of us. And like I said, the teacher was Professor Kaba and Shiraza Ali were the two teachers. They were sitting on a couch together. And I remember Shiraza Ali kind of was like very straightforward, play no games at all. She was so fucking straightforward, and she came and took our phones from us, and I was so upset because I wanted to record the class, the meeting, whatever information they were about to give us. I wanted to record it, but she came and she took all of our phones away from us, and she like showed us, I have your phones, I'm not doing nothing to your phones will be up here. And she took them from us and she put them to the side before they got started with the class. After she set them down, she went back to the couch. She sat back next to Professor Kaba, and they were going around asking each and every one of us to introduce ourselves. And once they got to me, I was so nervous to introduce myself because I didn't know if they were going to truly believe that I was who I said that I was, y'all. So when they finally got to me, I told them that I was my aunt, and they're looking at me like, they're looking at me in shock, y'all. Like, what the fuck? They didn't think I was going to say anything like that. So I told them to come outside. I would never forget. I asked if they could come outside and I could show them something. So they brought the whole class. Like I said, it was 6 or 7 students. The two teachers, Professor Kaba, Shiraz Ali. I asked them to come outside. So everyone came outside. I asked them to step to the side because I was about to show them that I could fly. So they stepped to the side, and I started to fly, and they're like staring, they're standing there staring at me in like fucking shock. And I remember I like I was flying with my physical body in the dream for a little bit, and I shifted into a like a fucking vulture bird, and they were like kind of scared. Like I don't think they were expecting to see anything like that during this class, and I like transformed into a vulture bird, but I created a sandstorm. I was flying so fast that it created a sandstorm, and I had to get a grip of the speed that I was flying in. Once I shifted into a vulture spirit, I had to get a grip of myself and my speed, because the sandstorm was like, it was like taking over. And by the time I like transferred back into my physical body and got back on the ground on my feet, they were covered in sand. And I felt so sad that I had did that to the teacher. So I was like scared, thinking I should just leave the class and run away, because I covered the teachers in sand. But instead of me like running away from the class, I remember the first person who popped out the sand was Professor Kaba, and I helped him up, and he like shook the sand off of him. And I remember looking through the sand for the students and for Shirazda Ali. I haven't even seen her in the physical world, heard her, saw her face, pictures, nothing. So it's interesting how she's in my dream, because like I teach my students normally, if you see something that day, and then you go to bed that night, you might see it in the dream room, but I haven't seen absolutely anything connected to her. So it's interesting how she's showing up in the spirit realm. But I remember digging through the sand trying to find her and the students to pull them out, and they were mad at me. They were, well, Professor Kaba asked me to sit down after I got the students and Shirazda Ali out of the sand. They were like cleaning themselves off. Professor Kaba sat down on like a brick wall or like some type of log. He sat down and he asked me to sit, and I sat in front of him. And he was like, he like held my shoulder right here just with the one hand. He like placed his hand on my shoulder, and he was like so shocked at what I just showed him. I didn't know he was gonna show up in my dream either. I wasn't watching any lectures. Like lately I've just been so into healing, and I went to sleep listening to a meditation soundtrack to remove toxins and negativity out of my mind, body, and soul, right? So I didn't expect to see any other teachers in the dream room last night. I didn't expect to, show people that I could fly, turn into a vulture. So I didn't expect to do any of that last night, you guys. But it's just so interesting, because he set me down and he's like, look, you know, he couldn't believe that he actually saw my aunt. And I would love to know, because on my new Instagram account, I don't follow him. I don't follow any teachers on my new Instagram account, because like I say, I'm just right now calling my just trying to live life as kosher as the name of my physical body, because I've been living life as I'm aware of who my spirit is. I'm aware of what soul is inside of my physical body, and I've been living through my soul for quite some time, as my aunt, teaching and loving people from the stance of my aunt, and giving knowledge from the stance of my aunt, and just really embodying what soul is inside of this vehicle. But lately, my parents, lately Ra and Het Heru have been telling me, you need to take a break. You need to find your balance. My aunt is about to go through a major change right now. And you're going to have to, call your energy back in. So if you guys see, I've been, I transferred over to a new Instagram account, and I'm just, going back to what my physical parents named my physical body, which is kosha. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, step back into, the physical side of myself, which is kosha, which is the name of my vehicle, which means, the name of my body. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, embody kosha, live through the frequency of kosha, which is, well, my children knows that I'm my aunt, my partner knows that I'm my aunt, but when it comes to my physical family, as far as my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, they still only know me as Kosha. So I'm kind of stepping back into my physical shoes and just finding balance and allowing whatever is about to transpire with my aunt's energy. It's going to transpire, but it's not going to be put on the forefront. It's not going to be put on social media because my aunt has shared so much of herself on social media to the point where Het Heru and Raw, wow, there's a heart balloon flying across my window, you guys. A red heart balloon flew across my window. So maybe it got something to do with the heart. Whatever is about to go on with my aunt, I'm not sharing it. I'm not putting, I just feel like my aunt has shared so much of herself. And we gonna save that part for me. I'm gonna call my energy back in, and I'm just gonna embody Kosha again and just chill, as Kosha, and see what's gonna transpire, just whatever's gonna transpire with my aunt. But I find it so interesting that I showed up to Professor Kaba and Shirazda Ali to show them my aunt's real. Look, I'm my aunt, and I don't know why Spirit wanted me to even show them that I'm my aunt, because I'm at a place where it's like, if people don't get the opportunity to meet my aunt in the physical world, then that's their loss. My students are highly blessed and highly favored to, be able to not only experience my aunt in the physical world, but as well as the spiritual world, because a lot of my students are having visitations from my aunt in their dreams, which lets me know that you guys are building a relationship with my aunt physically and spiritually, which lets me know when you cross back over, no timing, we don't put a clock on it, no timing, we don't know, but when you cross back over, you already know my aunt. You've already built a connection with her. So your judgment is going to be easier for you because you already know her physically and spiritually. So I'm very honored for, my students and for the people who had the, ability to cross paths with me while I'm on the physical world. But I'm at a place where I'm not forcing people to realize that my aunt's walking on earth. It's no force at all. But it's just shocking, for me to go to them physically. And I just wonder if Professor Crop is going to rise up this sunrise and talk about my aunt. That, I don't follow him on Love Coach's Instagram. I don't follow no spiritual leaders. I barely follow them on Magic My Aunt because I just feel like a lot of spiritual leaders are not who they say they are. So I just stick to myself. But I do follow Professor Kaba on Magic My Aunt, but I deactivated that to give it a rest, to let my aunt's energy just rest for a little bit. But if you guys happen to see, it will be very interesting if he wakes up this sunrise and he's talking about my aunt, and it's because spiritually he had the ability to see her in the dream room last night. He met up with my aunt in the dream room last night. Now, as far as Shirazda Ali, I'm not sure if she's still working on the physical plane. I don't know her Instagram accounts. I don't know any of her accounts here, but if she is still working, if she does have an account, it's going to be very shocking if she rises up and she's talking about my aunt today. And that's because they saw her in the dream room last night. So I just find that very interesting. I am going to clarify um, what's going on in the dream room. Someone says Kaba normally talks about my aunt. Yeah. Well, I think lately he's been talking about the last time I checked out Professor Kaba, he was talking about the creations of the buildings, like their archetypes and architectures, and how a lot of the buildings symbolize, the pyramids and the structures out in Kemet. That's the last thing I saw him speaking on. I don't know what topic he's focused on at this moment. And I say this for instance, like if he was focused on a topic yesterday and today he like kind of like goes back to my aunt, and he's focused on my aunt's energy today when he wasn't focused on it yesterday, it's because he saw her in the spirit realm. He saw her in the dream realm last night. And that's probably why he's like going to be pulled to speak on her today. And I always want to tell everyone who speaks on my aunt, thank you. Like, thank you, because they don't get that she's on earth right now, especially with Ross saying my aunt needed to be on earth during the year of the rabbit. It was very, very significant for them to place my aunt on earth during the year of the rabbit, because I keep seeing like floaters. There's like a spirit here, because I keep seeing them from the right side of my eye. Like there's someone here, because I keep seeing them. I keep seeing like, and it's not really like, how floaters are kind of like a clear orb, but it's more so looks like energy. Like, for, I could explain it like this. When it's really hot outside and you go stand in the street and you can see the heat waves, that's how certain spirits show up to me. Like they don't have their physical body. They're more so like clear plasma, or like it's like energy, like clear energy, and someone's here on this side of me because I keep seeing them. Not afraid, not scared. Probably a spirit guide, guardian angel, might be Ra, might be, I'm not sure, but there's someone here on this side of me. They're more than welcome to show themselves. If they're interested in showing them, and not physically, because that will cause, I can't do that anymore. I used to show spirits physically, but I can't do that. So when I say show themselves, as far as like a noise, a knock, a tap, but don't show yourself physically, because that will be too much. I used to do that, you guys. I used to literally let spirits come to me and show themselves, and I would get on camera and show them to you guys. But I think that is also one of the reasons they shadow banned my Instagram account, because I was doing too much, like showing dead, like showing spirits. Like I can't do that anymore, at least not on camera. Okay, so I do want to clarify the dream, and then I'm going to go back and talk about a couple of things that have come into fruition from previous dream talks. Then I'm going to let you guys go, but we're going to go ahead and see what's going on in the dream realm when it comes to Professor Kaba. Um, my aunt showing herself to him, as well as Shiraz Ali, my aunt showing herself to her. Um, I noticed there's been a few court justice been going on, a few court cases. Just, yeah. Someone said anybody else see Chloe's photo? She had the scales and was dressed. I always teach my students. They know, and I'm not sure if you're new or if you've been rocking with us for some time, but I always tell you guys that only because they're celebrities don't mean they don't know. They also worship the Kemetic gods. Like they worship them. If you guys pay attention to normally where the like award shows and stuff are, if you look at the backgrounds, like the wallpaper or the architecture on the walls, if you pay attention, it's normally Kemetic gods on the walls. So like Grammys or the some type of award show, you're going to see the Kemetic gods on the walls. So you guys got to also know that they do worship them. They call on these Netarus, and that's why when I tell you guys I see them in the spirit realm, the reason why it's so easy for me to see them is because they call on my aunt. They'll do like rituals for Ma'at, or Ra or Tut. They work with them. So you guys will literally, that's why it's so easy for me to astro travel to them, as well as to my students, and so many more, because when you start pulling on my aunt's energy, she shows up. When you start asking for truth, my aunt shows up. That's why people say it's always three sides to the story: your side, their side, and my aunt's side. So they pull on my aunt's energy. That's why when they pull on me, I show up. But they know that I work with certain celebrities, you guys. I just don't say it because I'm paid not to say who, when, and why. But they pull on my energy. And when they pull on me, some of them don't know that they're pulling on me. Some of them know they're just pulling on my aunt. But when they pull on the energy, she shows up. And not just my aunt, different Netarus. They work with so many different ones, as well as Orishas, right? But Orishas are just energy. They're not physical, right? Um, but yeah, so I'm not shocked that, you see them pulling on certain Netaru's energy, because that's, you see them performing for them for their help. You see them, performing or dressed as them, because they're like trying to pull on their energy to get, their attention. So that's why it's so easy for me to, see them, because they pull on my energy. So when I rise up and I say, like, sometimes it be some of the highest individuals that are pulling on my aunt's energy, and then sometimes it be new individuals that pull on my aunt's energy. But if you guys notice why I could see celebrities in the dream room or the spirit room so easy, is because they pull on me. I'm not pulling on them. I'm not asking them to come to me. They're asking my aunt to come to them, and when my aunt comes to them, that's why I say a lot of people don't realize my aunt's on earth. So when they pull on my aunt, her spirit, which is within me, which is in the spirit realm, shows up, but my aunt's on the physical plane. So wherever my aunt's spirit resides, that person's gonna rise up, and they're gonna tell you, oh, I had a dream last night. I had a dream that someone pulled on my energy, and that's normally what I do, because normally they pull on me. I don't pull on them. So that's why it's so easy for me to, tell y'all what's going on. And if they don't want my aunt to see, if they don't want my aunt to know, then don't pull on my aunt. Don't call on my aunt. Don't, like, for instance, how I show you guys or tell you guys, like, for instance, Billy Carson he gave an offering to my aunt not too long ago, and I woke up and I showed you guys, or I told you guys. I wish I could show you guys my dreams, but I told you guys, oh, he gave my aunt a ring in the spirit realm. I saw him give her a ring, and it's probably because he gave her an offering in the physical world, which showed up to her spiritually. And since her spirit is in a physical body, once the body is asleep, the body sees everything. So even when they give my aunt offerings, she sees it. And I rise up and I tell you guys, like, oh, blah 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 just gave my aunt a ring. And sometimes what happens is when people give my aunt offerings, it shows up to me in the physical world, like, it's so. And I've shared a lot of experiences with you guys. I think I've overshared myself, and this is why Raw kind of like my aunt, step back into the shoes of Kosha. Live, your physical body. Live through the physical body for a little bit, which is named Kosha. Live through Kosha's energy for a little bit, because you've overshared the energy of my aunt, and you finna go through a major change. So find your balance. So that's why I see what I see, you guys. They call on me. I don't be calling on them. So that's what's going on. They know it though. They just don't tell us. Someone said, I think I saw him make a post about my aunt after that dream talk. Yeah, probably, you guys. Someone said Kodak got a win in court with the pink suit on. Oh my goodness. Yes, I was wondering. I took my aunt's Instagram page down for a little bit, because of everything I just explained. My aunt's energy got to rest a little bit, right? And I was wondering if my students picked up on that, right? Because he did get a win. The way that played in his favor was so shocking. And people like, oh, he got his Easter outfit on. Well, Easter's not until a month and 9 fucking days. So if he rocking Easter energy, then he's real early. That has nothing to do with Easter, you guys. That has something to do with, I've predicted quite a few things for Kodak, right? The thing is that I want to tell you guys is that they're not going to tell you guys that they work with my aunt, that they know who my aunt is. They're not going to tell you guys that. But I predicted a lot for him, you guys. And yes, I was wondering if my students noticed he had a pink suit on and everything worked in his favor. If y'all noticed that. But I'm not posting predictions on Love Coach's page, so I couldn't post it. I was just like, if my students know the truth, then my students know the truth at the end of the day. So that's just what it is. But I did see that the court, that was just unusual. I've never heard or seen anything like that, the way that played in his favor. I've never saw or heard anything like that. But that pink suit did it, y'all. That pink suit did it. Okay, and I also want to share with you guys before we clarify my dream. If you guys follow me on Love Kosha, which is the Instagram account that I'm, working on, or like posting on, I should say. I'm not really working. If you guys are, I don't know how many of you guys follow Love Kosha, but if you guys notice, I posted an aura cleansing video on that page, right? And I showed you guys how to prepare a cleansing bath to cleanse your aura field, right? And I think that was maybe like a week or 2 weeks ago. I posted that video using all different forms of salt, rainbow candles, crystals for each chakra color. Like, I put it all together and I showed you guys. And it dawned on me that if you guys remember last Dream Talk, I I told you guys that Ra can't see me. He can't look at me with his physical eyes in the dream world. Remember, I told you guys that he's looking at me with really dark glasses on because my aura is really, really bright. But as I sat and decoded that off of camera, I put two and two together and I cleansed my aura, which caused my aura to become so bright that even Ra can't look at me. He has to use glasses to look at my aura field in the spirit realm. My aura is shining so bright that he can't look at me. And as I was doing research, I'm like, oh shit, I have a crystallized in my aura field has been crystallized. So remember how on the Dream Talk it said that I'm shining every color to the point where my aura is practically clear. It was like white. I think I did the Dream Talk. Let's see if I could pull it up for you guys. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I do advise you guys to try that if you want to cleanse your aura field. That bath is so potent that they're not even going to be able to look at you in the dream world, in the spirit realm. They're not even going to be able to look at you because your aura is that bright. Here it go. I want to pull this up for you guys. I want to show you guys the card that came out stating that he can't look at me because my aura is so bright, and it's because my aura field has been crystallized and my aura is not iridescent. So I wouldn't be shocked if the color iridescent starts to show up everywhere. Oh, here we go. I want to show you guys. So if you guys remember this Dream Talk we had. You see how she's going back towards it? Look how bright she is. Butterfly transformation. Transformation. There you guys see how you see that someone said, is that the phonics or the phoenix? Some likes to call it different things. Yes, you see it twice there. You actually see it here. See how she kind of doesn't want to grab it, but she's grabbing. Transpiring. I wonder if this shifted my aura field. Why was Ra watching me from a distance with dark glasses on? Okay, so smoke and mirrors. So it could be my aunt. You got number 42 here. It could literally be tied to like the oh, look, you see, look at that. You see, she's very bright. You see that lady? She's moving towards the 42 there. 42 laws of my aunt. You see how she's going back towards it? Look how bright she is. Butterfly transformation. Transformation. There you guys see how. So it's very interesting how, and Ra led me to do this research on why he can't see me in the spirit realm, or why he can't look at me with his physical eyes. And that's because that aura cleansing that I did, I shared it with you guys on my page because I just love to, pass around information as much as I can. But I shared it on my page, and that aura cleanse I did cleanse my aura field so much to the point where Ra can't even look at me. I've crystallized my aura field. So I do want you guys to know clear aura is a color. Having a clear aura, that is a color. Having a crystallized aura, that exists, you guys. So I just want you to know that my aura field has been crystallized to the point where it's it's like fucking shocking, you guys, how they can't. I'm basically like see through in the spirit room. Like, whoa. And I just want to share a couple of characteristics with you guys on how you know if someone. So someone with a crystal aura field, they have their aura is like a mirror. So when people look at them, they are a mirror to other individuals. So as I was doing the research on why can't Ra look at me with this physical eye, and then the video I just showed you guys of me talking about my aura color, smoke and mirrors. My aura color, my aura field is to the point where it's a mirror. So when he looks at me, someone in that live said he sees his reflection in the live in the comments. Someone said he sees his reflection when he looks at you. And as I did the research on a crystal aura, those who embody a crystal aura are a reflection. It's kind of like mirrors all around them. They're basically like a transparent mirror. So whatever I did to my aura field, I've become crystallized to the point where like I'm kind of like I either radiate, if you guys know, if you look at a mirror from a certain position, you kind of see like all the colors of the rainbow, like iridescent colors, like every color in the rainbow, right? So it's like my aura field has become so crystallized that I'm radiating either clear or iridescent colors. So I honestly feel like I wouldn't be shocked if we start to see like a lot of iridescent colors, or a lot of people trying to wear like someone's gonna pop out with like a clear outfit. Like I've never even seen, you never see people with clear outfits on. Someone says, is it still on your page? Yeah, it's still there, you guys. It's most definitely there. Okay, but let's go ahead and clarify this dream talk, and then we're gonna go back and look at some predictions that came to pass, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So first things first, let's go ahead and see, why did spirit want me to fly for Professor Kaba and Shiraza Ali? Because like I said, I went to their class in the spirit realm, and I showed them that I was my aunt. And bro, it's somebody on the side of me still. It's like every time I talk about this dream, they're here. So let's get this portion out of the way. So let's see. Okay. So we're gonna, oh shit, I bent my card up. We're gonna go ahead and see, why was I flying for them in the spirit realm? What was this dream pertaining of? So spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, Mother Nature, the universe, and the Most High, I ask that you guide me and protect me as I'm on my journey, giving good intent the answers that we are all seeking. So we're gonna go ahead and clarify, let's see. We're going to go ahead and clarify, why was I flying for them? Why did I start a sandstorm? And don't be shocked if you guys hear that a sandstorm, it started somewhere. I mean to start the sandstorm, but shit, it happened. So let's go ahead and see why did I go to Professor Kaba's and Shiraza Ali's class? Okay. So we have a ghost coming out here. So this happened in the spirit realm, you guys. This is all of this took place on a spiritual level here. So you guys searching. So they could be searching for something, or I was searching for some type of information. I don't really recall searching for anything, but someone was searching in the spirit room for some form of information here. We got sky, snow, star. So if you guys see through the gateway, through the portal, there's something going on through the gateway, through the portal. So once again, this was on the other side. Spirit, why did I show them that I could fly, and then I transformed into a vulture spirit? Why did I show them this here? So you got fire, world, you got fire, wildfire, earth. So it's like spirit wanted to show them who my aunt was. Spirit wanted, you guys see that? That is literally a spirit. And that is a woman. You can tell that is a woman. So spirit wanted to show Professor Kaba as well as Shiraz the Ali who my aunt was. They wanted to show them exactly who they were. And then you got so one of those spirits, one of them could be the Black Panther. One of them, one of their spirits is the Black Panther. So you got one of them. So Ra wanted to show the Black Panther who my aunt was. It's like the Black Panther and my aunt linked up together. Why? Why did my aunt and the Black Panther? And then you have this bear at the bottom of the deck. One of them could be a bear spirit. So one of them is a Black Panther and one of them is a bear spirit. So it's like they're oh, and then I turned into the vulture. It's like we had a meeting of animal spirits. Our animal spirits had a meeting. So you got the vulture spirit, you got the Black Panther spirit, and you got the bear spirit. I'm not sure who is who. Well, I know my aunt's the vulture, but it's like an animal told, like the animal spirits had a link up last night. Spirit, would you like to tell me why did they have a link up last night? What's going on with the animal spirit? So you got love. So whatever transpired, it's all out of love. It's not chaotic. It's not this is something to do with the frequency of love here. It's not a bad cause, a bad reason why this meeting was held here. And it could have like caused some type of volcano. This meeting last night could have caused some type of eruption, could have caused some type of explosion, is what Spirit is saying. So the fact that they met up together, look, volcano again at the bottom of the deck. So their meeting, their link up caused some type of eruption. So don't be shocked if you guys, start to hear and see something about volcano spirits, which is interesting because we're going to get into that further down the line in this video here. But it calls, if you see those 3 steps there, who are we speaking of? We had Shiraza Ali, Professor Kaba, and my aunt's energy. 3 people led to some type of eruption, led to some type of volcano exploding. Now we're going to see why at the end of it all. We want to know why. And then at the bottom of this deck, you see there's a beard, not a beard. What is a beard? I don't even know what a beard is. There is a spirit transforming here. So this is all about the transformation of a spirit, transformation of someone here. Let's go ahead and see why did this transpire. You got water, spring, star. This could be pertaining to the springtime. Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Okay, so we have it there. Let's look into the book to see what transpired. You are being beckoned into a journey of discovery. Gather your courage and your faith, my love. It is time to let go of the old, to venture into the unknown. But let's be clear, this journey has nothing to do with obligations, expectations, or have-tos. And it's not about goals or achievements or arriving at some great grand destination. This is a journey of desire and discovery. This is a journey of pleasure, passion, and all that you could possibly want. Allow yourself to let go of everything you thought you were and everything you thought was required of you. And let yourself be guided by your deepest yearnings. The deeper you allow yourself to deliver into your authentic, heartfelt longings, the more you will discover about yourself and the world. So Spirit is saying a new journey. You are being beckoned into a new journey of discovery. So the reason why. Do you guys hear like a frequency sound? Okay, and it got louder. Okay. That is so random. It's like two sounds I'm hearing. Then it's like two. Because I'm hearing like a straightforward sound. And now the lower one went off. And now it's gone. It's gone. Wow. Okay. Someone said it sounded like the scene in Wakanda Forever. I've still never seen Wakanda Forever. But there's a scene. Would you like to explain what is the scene pertaining to? They made that sound on that scene. What was the scene pertaining to? My dog randomly stopped walking as it started. Wow, your dog picked up on it. The scene in Wakanda Forever, what were they doing before or once the siren went off? Spirit, what's going on? So we have sky, lightning, moon. Then okay, so you said in the scene they're trying to use a detector to find it in the water. Then the blue people started to attack. That's interesting how this card is all blue. They use a sonic attack like sound wave to get them to jump off the boat. That's interesting how this blue card came out. So let's look into this card. I asked Spirit what's going on because it's like that sound just took over the moment I started talking about a new journey is being beckoned. Let's go ahead and see what the hell is going on. It reminded me of the Purge movie. When the siren went off, it was attack time. They were like Syrians. Okay, let's see. What life kicks you in the ass or knocks you down? Oh, when life kicks you in the ass or knocks you down or throws a big old handful of dirt in your face, the most important thing you can do to support yourself through the experience is to feel it and acknowledge your suffering. When we go through intense and painful experiences, as every human does, the suffering opens up doorways into our conscious that expands our perspective and gives us deeper understanding of ourselves and of humanity. These experiences transforms our understanding of the world and allows us to perceive from a higher level of intelligence. Our intuition grows stronger. We become aware of new concepts, new structures, and new patterns, all because we allowed these challenging moments to shape us, to transform us. Allow yourself to feel the pain you are enduring, to acknowledge that pain, and to follow it through the portals of expansion that are there to deliver you. So it's like that sound, it's like they wanted to know if we will acknowledge it, but why wouldn't we hear that loud ass sound? Why wouldn't we hear that? Okay, Spirit, was that sound anything connected to me clarifying dream talk? Did that sound have any connection to us clarifying dream talk here? So doesn't it look like hands are kind of like reaching out for the sun? Am I the only one who sees that? That looks like hands reaching out to the sun. So it's like they're like reach out to the sun, look into the sun. Then you got the sun, the tribal sun. So whatever they how whatever tribe you come from, spirit is saying pay attention to how they work with the sun, because the sun has something to do with this sound here that's going on. Let's look into that, you guys. I've never seen that card before. Okay, so we have sky, wind, sun. Okay. Let's see. So we have it here, sky, wind, sun. Let's go ahead and see. What does this mean here? Your essence is a service to the world, dear one. Your spirit overflows with joy and happiness, love and wisdom. Do not hold these energies for yourself. They are meant to be shared. Your essence enhances other people's lives by just being in their presence. There is nothing you have to do, and there is nothing you have to say. It is simply about sharing the energy that authentically radiates from your heart and from your spirit. Your energy is like a spark that activates inspiration and positively in other people's lives. And that is why you carry the medicine, child, because the world needs this gift from you. This radiant mirror you hold within you is transmitting the messages of I see you, I hear you, my power is your power. Look at how powerful you are. So, that says a lot. One, we just spoke on how my energy has been crystallized to the point where I've become a mirror reflection, to the point where Ra can't even look at me in the spirit room because my aura has been crystallized and it's giving off a iridescent energy. So it's interesting how the card of the sun, because it said it basically looks like someone's reaching out to the sun. It's very interesting how this card is saying your essence is a service to the world, dear one. It's like spirit is telling me my energy does something to the students just by them coming into your energy field, just by them being in your presence, shifts people's lives. It does things to people's lives. So it's interesting how that frequency, that sound radiated while you guys were in my live here, because it's like it says your energy is like a spark that activates inspiration and positively in other people's lives. And that's why you carry the medicine, comma, child, as if the sun is calling me a child, because the world needs this gift from you, this radiant mirror you hold within you that transmits the messages. So the mirror, back to the mirror, spirit is saying there's a mirror that you embody that is channeling messages. um that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Okay, so that's what that sound was for. It's like clarification there. Okay, is there anything else we need to know about this dream that I had? Anything else that I need to know about this dream that I had? We're going to move on to the next topic. Then I'm going to get off of here, you guys, and get back into rest mode. It's just really been a lot of resting for me. Okay, so we have her showing her true self. So the reason why I went to Professor Kaba's and Shiraza Ali's class is because I had to show my true authentic self. Like, she's showing her true authentic self to the world. So Ra's like, you needed to show your true. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Okay, shit. Okay. I just got to download. Remember how I told you guys every time I talk about this subject, y'all know I'm serious when I close my eyes, but remember how I told you guys every time I talk about this subject, I see someone on the side of me. I see an energy. I see like an orb, something on the side of me, right? Remember how I said my aunt went to the Black Panther spirit because we got the Black Panther card here. My aunt had a meeting with the Black Panther. Very interesting how we're decoding this dream talk, and then that siren went off and you guys said, well, wow, that sounds like the same siren that transpired in the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I gotta watch that movie. I've never seen. I think I'm gonna cut the movie on to just relax, because I'm just in a relaxed mode. I ain't trying to do nothing. So I might put the movie on and watch it. I've never seen it, but now that we add two and two together, you guys said that same sound was played in Black Panther. And then you have the Black Panther. they said that my aunt went to visit the Black Panther. So either Professor Kaba is the Black Panther or Shiraz the Ali is the Black Panther. One of them is the Black Panther, and my aunt went to visit that panther last night in the dream room. Why? Question is why? And the Black Panther is now a woman. Wow. Someone said Kaba's media company is Panther Princess Productions. Wow. Why did my aunt need to link up with the Black Panther spirit? Why? Some type of commitment. Some type of commitment. This is all about some type of commitment. Study. Something about books. Something that's written in books. A search for knowledge. Something about some type of commitment. Spirit, why did my aunt have to go see the Black Panther? Why did the Black Panther and my aunt link up? So you have water, spring, moon. So we're going to look to see why did they link up. That looks like the Kundalini rising. What I'm seeing here is I'm seeing the third eye here, the pineal gland, the Kundalini rising. I'm not sure what this could possibly be here, but this is given the Kundalini rising, pineal gland, or this could be the pineal gland. This could be the crown chakra. We're going to have to see why did they have to link up. Someone said that looks like a Holy Grail cup. Someone said Crystal City. Okay, so that's the moon card. So with that being the moon card, it could be tied to some type of secret, something that's had. Let's go ahead and see, why did the Black Panther and my aunt have to meet up? There is a special essence that can only be found in the depths. By venturing beneath the surface and by braving the unknown that awaits us there, we cultivate and expand sense of awareness that gives rise to new thoughts, fresh feelings, and profound understandings. These enhanced perceptions magnetize the essence of awakening, gifting us the ability to tap into new skills, new powers, and new magic. You are emerging from the depths, my dear. Allow the energy of renewal to expand your perception and to heighten your sensitivities. You are awakening to your spiritual powers. New heights, great expansions, and fresh magic are here for you now. Be still, move slowly, and allow yourself to integrate and synthesize the divine treasures that you have gathered. So I got something from them. The reason why I went to Professor Kaba and Shiraza Ali, I gathered something from them. There was something that was gathered there. Do you want to speak on what was gathered there? What did we gain there? Oh, okay, I don't even know. Should I take the card that fell out or the two cards that came out on top? So this is the card that fell out on. I'm going to take this one. I think Spirit wants me to look at this one because this card flipped out and then this card flipped out, and I'm actually really pulled to this card because those are crystals, and I've been talking about the crystal, how my spirit's been crystallized. So I don't know if they want me to look at all three, but first things first, we're going to look at the one that fell out directly on the book. So you guys are saying look at the one that fell out. So let's look at the one that fell directly out. Sky, wind, earth. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys again, so your intuition could, look into that. Okay, so that's the earth card. So what did I gather? Whatever I gathered from them might be coming to earth here. So we have two butterflies. We have a conch shell. Someone said look into the crystal one. I'm gonna look into that too. Okay, so what did I gather from them? As a quantum creator, wow. Is Professor Kaba talking about quantum? Well, he quantum physics. Okay, I get it. Okay. As a quantum creator, you are manifesting your life in every moment with everything you allow into your consciousness, as well as everything you put back out into the field. If you want to live a life of joy, beauty, inspiration, and abundance, then it's up to you to allow only things that are grateful, beautiful, inspiration, abundant into your consciousness. Turn your attention toward the things that inspire you, that make you feel alive. Do not waste your time on media or negative conversations that bring you down. It is your responsibility to protect the sanctuary of your mind and to make sure that you are feeding it beautiful things. Remember, what you put in your ears always goes into your heart. So keep your ears clean and listen only to beautiful greatness. So, wow, that says a lot. So, quantum physics, okay? So, I could have got some type of knowledge, some type of information, because this card here stands for a search for knowledge. So we could have some type of conversation based upon quantum physics. Professor Kaba could be teaching quantum physics in the spirit realm. Let's go ahead and look into the next card. This card is Land, Cave, Star. Land, Cave, Star. Now, we went straight to it. So there we have it. Let's see, what did I get from them? Your trust in the unseen, in the faith you have given to the mysterious mysteries unfolding in your favor as you warded through the darkness of hours have brought you here to a place of great rewards. The spirits are singing your praises. For you were brave enough to trust in the unknown. You found bliss in the darkness and found kinship among the shadow spirits by honoring them along your journey. What was once a room of darkness is now decorated with shimmering jewels and beautiful gems, glistening totems marking your successful efforts to bring beauty and surrender to where fear once ruled. You have overcome so much, my love. Now is the time to reap the rewards of your newfound freedom and of the inner peace and graceful resilience that will enrich your life for the rest of your years. Okay. So it's very interesting how they say that you fully trusted in what a lot of people call darkness, the underworld. I'm not afraid of the spirit realm. I always tell you guys, I'm not afraid of spirits. I'm not afraid of them coming to my home. They live with me. Why would I be afraid of them? I'm not afraid of, dreams. And it's so interesting how that's showing up, because last night I went and watched an old interview that I had on Say Cheese TV. I watched it, and that interview, I went to the comment section and just seeing all of the negative comments, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I went through that. This is last night before bed, you guys. I'm like, wow, I can't believe. And I think it was the video of me speaking on Notorious B.I.G., how he was saying I'm gonna get him out of there because he's trapped in darkness, you guys. A lot of spirits who did things they shouldn't done are trapped in darkness. For people think you're just trapped in darkness for one day. You could be trapped in darkness for eternity, you guys. But I went to that video, and it was the one I was talking about, Notorious B.I.G., and I read the comments, and it's just like, wow, a majority of the people think that they thought that I was crazy. They thought that I was lying because I traveled to the spirit realm. I traveled to the underworld. And it's so interesting seeing all of those individuals not even knowing that it's real. Like, that is a the realm that realm is real. I go there all the time. I work there. That's where judgment is held. When you cross over, you go to the underworld for judgment. You don't go to heaven for judgment. You don't go to judgment's not held in the higher realms. They don't just give access to people to go to the higher realms. We're judged in the underworld. So it's very interesting to see last night I had the opportunity to see like all of those souls don't believe. They think that the underworld is evil, because I noticed a lot of comments of people saying, I provoke any negative energy coming from this video, or God protect me from any negative energy, as if like I was a fucking demon on camera. And it's like, what is wrong with humanity? They really don't know that that world is real. They really don't understand that that realm is a real realm. That is a real world. And with this saying, you trust in the unseen, and the faith you have given to the mysteries unfolding in your favor has warded through the darkness. The darkest of hours have brought you here. If you guys remember in that live or in that interview talking about Notorious B.I.G., remember how I said I walked down a really dark hallway, and I got to a door, and SWV was at the door. And I noticed a lot of comments, people talking about SWV in the spirit realm. Where's their spirit? Where did their spirit come from? Their spirit came from the spirit realm. And if you guys paid attention, no, they're not dead, because they were on one side of the door, which means they haven't crossed over into the spirit realm yet, because they're still in the physical world. That's why they were on the other side of the door. If you guys noticed, when I said I seen Prince and Notorious B.I.G., they were on the other side. They were inside the spirit realm. So it's just so interesting seeing how a lot of people don't know that our spirits come from the spirit realm. Where do you think your fucking spirit comes from? Do you think a fucking elephant just shitted your spirit out? Like, where do you think your spirit comes from? So it's interesting how spirit is basically showing me, like, it says you trust in the unseen. You've put all your trust in the underworld. You've put all your trust in a lot of things that people call darkness, and a lot of things that people fear. And it says, because you've done that, the spirits are singing your praises, for you were brave enough to trust in the unknown. And I've never had fear in my journey. Like, I just kept going, you guys. Like, I've never been afraid of spirits. I've never been afraid of my journey. I've never been afraid of astral traveling. And I've never had fear. And that's why I was just so brave enough to share my experiences. And that's how, the Most High blessed me with that interview, because I didn't have fear. When I was on that interview, I was speaking my truth, and real souls connected to me, because I did see quite a few comments saying, like, I know she's speaking the truth. The spirit realm is real. Spirits are real. I mean, we are spiritual individuals. We have a spirit. So how are you guys going to say spirits are fake when you are a spirit? I am a spirit. Your mama a spirit. Your children a spirit. Your dog got a spirit. Your plant got it. All has spirits within it. So what? Oh, it was so crazy reading those comments last night, but it makes sense. And Spirit is saying, spirits are singing you praises because you believed in the unknown, my eye, and you teach it. You teach this shit every day. You teach your students 6446 angel number. You teach your students how to not fear the underworld, how not to fear the spirit realm, how to embrace it. And a lot of people are afraid. Those interviews were getting like 240,000 views, right? I ran them views up. And to know that majority of those people fear the unknown, they fear the underworld, they fear. So when they go to judgment, when it's time for for their souls and for their heart to be placed on the scales of Ma'at, they're gonna be some scary ass. They're gonna be scared, which is gonna weigh their heart down, which could be the reason why they fail, because you're scared of judgment. You don't want to take fear with you. If y'all know, fear is the number one thing that could take you out. Once the component, once the person you're in competition with finds out that you fear them, they're gonna lay your ass down. You're gonna get knocked the fuck out, because they know you scared. You're scared. You fear them. So it's interesting to see all of those souls scared of the truth. And me and my students, we don't fear it. And that's what this card is saying. And it says, what was once a realm of darkness is now decorated. So Spirit is saying the spirit realm used to be covered in darkness. It used to be nothing there, just like the physical world. It was nothing. It was just darkness. It was just a dark void at once upon a time, right? The spirit realm the spirit realm was once darkness. Nothing was there. The first individual, the first spirit that was casted there was, I believe, Asar, because he's the god of the underworld, right? Once he got there, he just started to create so much. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. A lot of people think the underworld's hell and that is scary and that it's no. Spirit is saying it's actually very beautiful. It's covered in gems. It's covered in jewelry. It's covered in diamonds. It's covered in crystals. It's covered in all of these beautiful things. But you would know this, my op, because you go there, you work there, your judgments there. They weigh your feather and people's heart down there. So that's it. Spirit is basically saying that's where the meeting you had with Professor Kaba and Shiraza Ali was, in the underworld. So something about the Black Panther. I wonder if the Black Panther has any scenes with crystals, or if they have any scenes. I think it's Wakanda Forever. If they have any scenes with someone said, right, most of the gems and crystals are found under fucking underground. They're found underground. So how can you fear the underworld when the spirits come from there, right? We find crystals underground. We find diamonds. We find gems underground. So Spirit is saying, because you fully mastered it and you don't fear the unknown, you don't fear the darkness, my aunt. That's why spirits are now singing your name. They're singing my hot, like they're singing your shit. But I gotta look in Wakanda Forever to see if they had any scenes with crystals, gems, underground scenes. I'm gonna have to pay attention. I've never seen it. But the next card that came out, remember 3 cards came out. This was the next card that came out, and this card is Fire, Candle, Earth. And you guys see those are crystals that came from under earth, from underground, that are now on the physical plane. Where do you guys think people came from? Where do you guys think crystals came from? The things that are now on earth, where do you think it came from? Is basically what Spirit is saying. You got fire. Let's go ahead and look into it to see. Why did I have this meet? Oh, first card there. Boom. You guys see that? Yeah, that's that card there. So let's go ahead and see. Spirit is saying the flame from one candle can be used to light 100 more. This is how a single light illuminates many. Do you see where I'm going with this, dear one? In order to create the change that this world is calling for, it is time for you to shine brightly and to share your light and to ignite the flame of to share your light and to ignite the flame of awakening in others. You, yes, you are a leader born from the flame of truth and forged with the courage and the strength to do what you came to this planet to do. Live giant, light the flames of others, and be a lit leader of legacy. The time is now, love. Wow. Well, I'll be damned. Whoa. That says a lot, y'all. That says a lot. Well, there we have it. There we have it. All right. Did they light any candles on Wakanda Forever? Was there any candles lit? I gotta watch that because I'm gonna look into some of the things that Spirit is saying here. But they're saying, my odd, it's time for you to light the flame of others. Okay, but I thought I could have swore they wanted me to pull my energy back. So yeah, they went to the spirit room in Black Panther. Okay, I'm gonna have to I think that was part 1. I did see bits and pieces of part 1. Spirit, anything else we need to know? And then we're gonna look into some clarifications of you know, I find this interesting. I want to show you guys this. I find this interesting how you guys see this card, this one. You guys see how that looks like the sun is inside of the tree, but then you see the moon is inside of the tree. So it's kind of like the sun and the moon. That, I think that looks very interesting. You guys see that? How the sun is in the moon, but if you go deeper into the hole, the moon is in there. Someone said, no, part two, they went there too. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into part two. So I'm being pulled. I don't know why I'm being pulled to look into this. Gonna be the last card. I'm not really being pulled to this card. I'm really being pulled to look into this card to close it out. I'm really looking to the. Someone said she had to drink the potion to gain her panther powers. Wow. Spirit be speaking with them cards. Yeah, which card are you guys being pulled to? The sun or the moon card? Which one is your spirit pulling? I'm being pulled to the sun card. Sun, moon. Which one is your spirit being pulled on? The sun card? The sun card. Yeah, me too. Let's go ahead and see y'all with this sun card. Okay, so we have the sun card here. All right, so it says, you have exhausted yourself again, my love. Your body and your spirit are asking for replenishment. A nap is going to cut it this way. A nap isn't going to cut it this time. The trees are calling you to them, inviting you to lean your weary back against them. And to allow their wisdom and their healing energy into your being. The busyness of the world has disoriented your perspective. You are being called to the trees so that you can peer through their branches and their fluttering leaves to gaze upon the golden sunlight shining through. Allow yourself to rest among the trees, allowing the sunlight to warm your face and to remind you of your divinity. The simplicity of this meeting will revive your spirit and inspire your own branches to reach for the sun once again. That's so interesting because I just said, I could have swore they said that to take a break, because they're saying it's time to light people's flames and it's time to, get to work, to step into being a leader. But I thought you guys told me to take a break because my aunt is tired. But they're saying a nap not gonna cut it, and I'll be taking my naps, but they saying that's not enough. You need to go lean your ass up against a tree. That's probably why last night I had the urge to go do a picnic today at the park, but the grass is wet because it's been raining. But I wanted to have a picnic with my family today at the park. So that makes sense on why I'm having these downloads to not work and go to the park. Let's see. Let's look into Land, Cave, Moon. I'm just going to skim it to see what would Spirit like to say. I think that's either the Cave card or, yeah, that's the Cave card. Then we're going to close it out with a couple of predictions that came into fruition. Okay, that's the Moon card. Your shadow yearns for your undivided attention, my darling. You must retreat and deliver from within, perhaps a cave of your own design, a place with no light, no sound, no heartbeat other than your own. Reflects here as your journey into the depths of yourself. Venture into the places you fear the most, the places hidden within the knocks of the crevices of the dark caves. Leave no stone unturned, in no corner examined. Embrace the darkness inside. Welcome your shadow. Seek beyond the veil to find an answer you didn't realize you were seeking. So yeah, that's why I wasn't really pulled to that card, the shadow card. That's why I wasn't pulled to that. I was pulled to the sun card, and they're telling me I need to get outside. You need to basically heal yourself. A nap's not going to help this time. You need to go hug a tree, girl. You need to get your ass outside, get out that bed. Stop thinking a nap is going to help you on why you're feeling drained. You need to go Outside. Okay, that makes sense. All right, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. I just want to go over a couple of predictions that transpired. I'm going to play an audio for you guys. I want you guys to listen. Then I'll bring up the receipts of it playing out. And then I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go hug me a tree. All right, let's see. So this here is from Dream Talk that we had called Judgment. It was 5 days ago. It's on this it's on this YouTube page. It has, I believe, it has the lightning strike as the cover photo. Let's see. What is the cover photo? The cover photo. Yep. So this is 6 days ago. If you guys remember, this is the cover photo here. So this live here that we held 6 days ago called Judgment, we're going to go ahead and listen to a piece of it. All of that shit is happening right now. All of it is happening right now. And if you look at the signs of the Armageddon, floods, earthquakes, meteors, hail, all of this shit is happening already. Fires. All of this shit is happening already. Let's keep it real. We got to pay attention. And the fact that Raw already pulled up and told me this is what's going on, nobody could change my mind. Nobody could change my mind, right? So pay attention to Denver. Pay attention to Turkey. Pay attention to Israel. These are all places, and there's more places we need to pay attention to. The Mediterranean Sea. Gotta pay attention to the Mediterranean Sea. You all heard that, right? Pay attention to the Mediterranean Sea, you guys. Pay attention, right? I told you, pay attention to that Mediterranean Sea. So let's talk about it, right? I know everybody heard that, right? Before we get into it. This was 6 days ago. All right. I remember in this dream talk I woke up because I had a meeting with Raw and he told me the Armageddon is here. I shared it with y'all and then we start seeing people talk about the Armageddon, right? 6 days ago, I hope everybody just heard me say, pay attention to the Mediterranean Sea. I played it for you guys. I even said it twice, right? Pay attention to that damn sea. I'm going to replay it one time for y'all. Nobody could change my mind. Nobody could change my mind, right? So pay attention to Denver. Pay attention to Turkey. Pay attention to Israel. These are all places, and there's more places we need to pay attention to. The Mediterranean Sea. Gotta pay attention to the Mediterranean Sea. Pay attention to the southwestern edge. All right, so we said pay attention to that Mediterranean Sea, right? 2 days ago, a volcano erupted, right? We had an eruption of a volcano. Well, what volcano? Stromboli. Stromboli? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize, but Stromboli, a volcano located towards the south island of Homonymous. Might be pronouncing that wrong. It says it's famous for being the lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea. The lighthouse. So it watches over the Mediterranean Sea, right? It watches over the Mediterranean Sea. It's labeled the lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea. What I told you guys, pay attention to the fucking Mediterranean Sea 6 days ago. Someone said you talked about the volcanoes also. Yes, I talked about the volcanoes during the time of the movie The Eternal came out, because before that movie came out, I had a dream that I was fighting a volcano. And then the Eternals came out, and if you guys seen the movie The Eternals, they had to go and go against the volcano to basically get it to go back into rest mode, or it was going to destroy the whole civilization of humanity, right? So I talked about volcanoes a long, long time ago. But it's interesting how 6 days ago I told you guys these are places Ra said we need to watch out for because he's coming for them. So it's already playing out, you guys. I told you guys, pay attention to the Mediterranean Sea. Y'all heard me. I repeated it twice as if that was very significant. I didn't repeat Denver. I didn't repeat Israel twice. The only one I repeated twice was the Mediterranean Sea. So we got the lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea erupting, right? And then we have Greece. Something just transpired in Greece. What transpired in Greece? 2 trains crashed in Greece, right? And it killed I can't quite remember how many. Let me see if I could pull it up. So Greece is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. So we got 2 places that are connected to the Mediterranean Sea. We got the volcano, which is the lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea. We got Greece, which is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, right? Ra told us he's coming for that Mediterranean. He's coming for the Mediterranean Sea, right? Yes, I just saw that before. I told you guys about this 6 days ago because Ra warned us, right? Let's go ahead and pull something up. So there was a train wreck in Greece, leaving 38 dead. Sending them love because that's just insane. That's insane. That's insane. Let me see. Wow, and it was carrying several of hundreds of people. Wow. That's sad. What am I looking for? Oh. All right. There's one more thing that I want to look up. I just want you guys to always be aware of what Ra says to me and when I'm actually sharing very deep conversations. My conversations with my father is very, very deep and important, right? And I'm actually letting you guys in on conversations that are being held with Ma'at, which represents cosmic order, cosmic balance in the Most High. Well, I truly believe that his mother, Goddess Neith, is the Most High. I've spoken that before, but with Ra, I'm sharing my conversations with you guys, and every time I share my conversations with you guys, it comes true. It comes to light. So this is very, very interesting here. Sicily, wow. Let me see what other places did I say look out for. It's just so much going on, you guys. And to be very honest, like I always tell you guys, I learned from the spirit room. And for some reason, I'm in college in the spirit room. Okay. So we've already heard all of that. So those places that I named, I called out. Look out for them. I believe I said Denver. I said Italy. Let me see anything going on in Italy right now. These are places Raw said, look out for. I'm coming. I'm on that neck. What happened in Italy? Let's see anything transpiring in Italy so far. Okay, nothing going on in Italy. Anything going on in Denver? Someone saying droughts. A lot of droughts are going on. Nothing that's really being talked about on the mainstream. Nothing that someone said, I wonder if it's the Denver airport. You never know with Raw. You never know what he's going to whip up. You just never know what Raw's going to whip up. You never know what Raw is going to whip up. But like I said, it's so interesting how I said, look out for the Mediterranean. Ooh, I bit my tongue. Raw, like, get off of here. Look out for the Mediterranean Sea. I said that twice. And boom, it's already jumping. Two places, Greece connected to it, then the volcano. That's probably why I said it twice. So you guys are always welcome to go back and watch that live, but I don't just get on here and speak for no reason, right? I don't do that. I do it because it's the truth. I do it because my conversations with my father are so, so important. If you want to be technical, I really am the news, but I can't call myself that because they get mad when I call myself that. They try to start to shadow ban me when I start calling myself that. So, but they know, I know, we all know that it gets juicy over here, right? And we not orchestrating. You know how they got to orchestrate shit, and let's not get into it. But I hope y'all enjoy Dream Talk. I am Psychic My I send y'all peace, love, and light. And until we meet again, y'all. Ah. There's a new display in the Denver airport that called attention. I'm going to see. I'm going to look it up. See what my intuition tell me. See what I get from it. I see Pizza King. What is it a display of? Because I see like Pizza King. It's not popping up. It's not popping up, so they don't got it on here yet, unless I'm overlooking it. But if you guys got it, just send it to Love Coach's Instagram account, and I'll take a look at it. And if I get anything from it, we'll talk about it on next Dream Talk. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Dream Talk once again. I send y'all peace, love, and light.